ready to get this show on the road.
The catchphrase of all catchphrases. It's time to ask you two, Rob and Leel. Who are your top 3 MVP candidates thus far this season?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm breaking down to you first. I'll get in this huddle first. My 3 MVP candidates, early MVP candidates, because we all know we got to take into consideration injury. We got to take into consideration the team lose. That brings down the stock as well. So you know what? This is my 3 leading candidates so far in the season. This is tough, but this is what I'm going with. My top 3. Number 3. It's a toss-up between number 3 and number 2, but I'm going to go with Deshaun Watson at number 3. The line that the brother has to deal with, as you alluded to, he gets hit on every play. All right, almost every play he hits the ground, but guess what? The brother, cool as a cucumber, sit in the pocket, throws the ball down the field, helps his team win. He outdueled Drew Brees in that game. He didn't get the victory, but he did sure put them in position to win that game. You know, he outdueled him. He outdueled Rivers. All right, he outdueled a lot of these quarterbacks in the NFL. He guess what? Guess who else he outdueled? That dude, Pat Mahomes. So he shows you he can go toe-to-toe with the best of them and toe-to-toe with the rest of them. I'm going with Deshaun Watson at number 3. At number 2, this man has been playing lights out this year. The brother hasn't thrown an interception yet. The brother is playing. I mean, and guess what? It helps when you got Sierra. All right?
We know who you're talking about now.
It helps when you got Sierra, as I saw in that video, greeting him right off the plane. I mean, it helps when you got, what's the song? I can't remember the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I love it when you 1-2 step. I love it when you throw touchdowns, Russell Wilson.
This man's got
I love it
motivation.
when you throw touchdowns. Russell Wilson, to me, is playing on a whole nother level and could arguably be the MVP. But on my list, he's ranked number 2 for now. But it might change. He might get that number 1 spot.
And who's your number 1?
At number 1, they say you got to go to church on Sunday, especially if you're a Christian. I'm going Christian McCaffrey at number 1. The brother has been balling. The brother has, their game plan in Carolina is to get the brother the ball. Whether it's in space, whether it's in your face, whether it's running the football. The guy is the best running back in football. He is a playmaker. Kyle Allen, that's his go-to guy. It's hard for me to lie and say he isn't that guy.
And the game plan for the Panthers is to stop that one man, Christian McCaffrey.
Yes, sir.
Rob, what's your list here?
Let me tell you this
MVP list, folks.
Let me tell you this right here. Now, if you asked me last week, 2 weeks ago, my number 1 was Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, for me, number 3 on the list. He has not been... he doesn't have a running game currently to help him get the ball rolling, which is frustrating as someone, a fan, someone who watches the team, you know what I'm saying? If you're a fan of the Chiefs, you watching Patrick Mahomes come to town, he can't do it alone. Defense got to put up some numbers for him. Doesn't really do that yet. And also, he's got to have a run game. Because last week he didn't have a run game. His top rusher was 8 for 44. That was it. So he doesn't have a rush game currently, which hurts him tremendously in the pass game. So as of right now, he's 3rd, more so because he can't bring his team to victory with the weapons he has. Right?
So you put him over Deshaun Watson?
Yes, sir.
This guy.
I will tell you why.
So you put him at 3, didn't you?
I put him at 3.
Yeah, he put him over Deshaun Watson.
Do you have Watson on the list?
I know he don't have Watson on his list. I know he got in his list.
Oh,
I already know.
Watson not on my list, man. I'll tell you what. Number 2.
He just outdoed the brother though.
I'll tell you why Deshaun Watson's
Let's
not
let
on
him
my
finish the list.
After I get through my other 2, I will get to Deshaun Watson, and he could be the MVP for me later in the season. We're only on week 6. You go number 2 for me is Christian McCaffrey. I'll tell you what. Last week his yards per carry were low, but when he's in that red zone, man, he's able to get the job done, man. Slippery, man, makes defenders look like they don't know how to play the game, making people fall like crazy. He's got crazy moves, and he plays the game, and he is that offense. He makes Kyle Allen look like a mad good quarterback when he, in reality, might just be average, you know what I'm saying? So he makes everyone around him better, and that's what MVP is supposed to do. And I'll tell you what, number 1 for me is someone who's you're going to see in the NFC for the playoffs. I don't know about Super Bowl yet, but my number 1 pick for MVP as of right now, week 6, is Russell Wilson, man. He has been unbelievable. He hasn't thrown a pick yet. He's been running that team No issues, no questions asked. He's been solid through and through, no questions asked. So, good stuff from Russell Wilson. Right now, he's my MVP. And before we get to Kenny C's picks for MVP, let me tell you, Leel, right now, why
tell me why you out here deceiving Central New Yorkers, why you out here deceiving the listeners of In the Huddle with that pick. Because the brother just outdued Pat Mahomes. All right, he outdued the brother. He doesn't have a line. He outdued Drew Brees. Let me hear your explanation. I'll give you the mic. I'll give you the mic
right now. Let me tell you right now. All right, this season he has been pretty good. He's been very good, very good this season. He gets better every year. Deshaun Watson is the kind of player that continues to grow with his team. He gets better and better. But I'll tell you what, he's still very young. He's still very inexperienced. He has a tremendous amount of talent. And he's in the same category as someone like a Lamar Jackson for me. Both of them have incredible amounts of mobility. Jackson's faster, but Watson
has a better arm.
Has much better arm as far as accuracy is concerned. Jackson's arm will come with time. Both of those two are fringe candidates for me right now. I don't think they're top 3, but I'll tell you what, I think they're fringe candidates because their potential to carry a team to victory by themselves.
So why is Pat Mahomes at number 3 on your list? Over all those accolades.
The raw talent Mahomes brings to the table, the amount of playmaking potential he has with his arm, even when you think the play is completely over, is incredible. He finds spaces that no other quarterback can find. He's a different type of player than we've seen in a really long time. And even though he hasn't been great the last couple of weeks, I think he's going to turn it around. He gets that connection back with Hill. You're going to see another couple 9 reception, 200-yard weeks out of Hill. And then here we go again with Mahomes throwing 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying?
Kenny C.
Gents, here we go.
Kenny C. Let me hear this list.
We're in the huddle, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, we are.
Leel, you made your list. Rob, you made your list.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the ball right here, and I'm going to throw a little Kershaw curve with it. All right? So you guys had your list.
So we in the huddle or we in the bullpen?
Soon, Kenny C.
We in the huddle or we in the bullpen?
We're in both. And ladies and gents, at number 3 right here, it's a close one for me. It's a very close one. You got to hear me out. It's very close. I think they're even tied for 3 for me because I can't take them out. So it's Christian McCaffrey at number 3 and Deshaun Watson tied for me at 3. Christian McCaffrey, the reason why I'm putting him at 3, 100% a candidate. Reason why I can't put him at 1 is because the history that the NFL has had with making quarterbacks the MVP. They never give another positional player credit.
This is your list. Who you think?
This is my list.
This is your list.
So I'm putting McCaffrey at 3, tied with Watson because Watson lighting up the league. 12 touchdowns, 3 picks, 1,644 yards. Hell of a quarterback, like you guys both alluded to. Terrible offensive line and still balls out and puts up stats week in and week out. But slightly edging him a bit, I'm going to have to go with Rob. I'm putting Russell Wilson at number 2. This man has been perfect.
Russell Wilson is number 1 for him.
Russell Wilson my number 1.
I'm saying over Watson.
Over Watson.
I got you.
I got Russell Wilson over Watson too.
The reason why I'm putting Wilson at 2 is because he's been perfect. 0 interceptions, 14 touchdowns, 1,704 yards. Slightly better than Watson there stat-wise. And when it comes to MVP, they're looking at your stats. And that's why I'm putting Wilson there.
Wait, who's your number 1, Kenny C?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I said it's a curveball.
I'm confused.
Everybody's sleeping on him right now because he's had a few bad weeks. He looked himself this past Sunday. I'm staying with Patrick Mahomes, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to me. MVP comes down to stats. Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league when it comes to stats. 2,104 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 1 interception with a 79.9 quarterback rating. Yes, he's been in a slump for the past 2 weeks. Looked himself statistically this past Sunday, but it's Patrick Mahomes, ladies and gentlemen.
You are absolutely
I think he pulls through and ends
wrong,
up the MVP
Kenny C.
at the end of the season.
Before we move on to our next topic, I want to get you all a quick
Patrick Mahomes is your MVP.
I want to get you all a quick Monday Night Football update.
You're wrong.
We are 10-0 Lions.
It's an opinion, Leel. None of us are right here.
It's 10-0 Lions, and Kenny C is lying. Pat Mahomes is not.
He's the MVP. Look at the stats, baby. They don't lie.
Russell Wilson. All right, the brother has not threw an interception all year.
That's
the
1
brother,
interception to 0.
All right, that's 1.
And it's early.
14 touchdowns. The brother has been solid. The brother has been accurate. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Him and Mahomes have identical stats. That's why I put him at 1 and Wilson at 2. They're neck and neck.
There's an argument to be made that Mahomes could be 3 or 4, or Mahomes could be 1. He is that good, and he could turn around the next 2 weeks.
It's early, my man, Rob.
He could have 10 touchdowns the next 2 weeks, be at 25 touchdowns.
That's what I'm saying.
Before halfway through the season. But all right, I guess Mahomes is the MVP.
Mahomes with a flag down. He'll take the deep shot. It is caught! Tyreek Hill!
Russell Wilson hit as he throws for the end zone. Catch made!
Fake the give. Watson has options here. Watson, the shake and bake, the twirl for the touchdown!
Give to McCaffrey. Trying to get around the right side. He does. McCaffrey leaps. End zone. Oh!